guys, and welcome to another episode of Training at a High Altitude. Today we're on the track and I want to show you a few tips of how you can actually run your track workouts with a lot of precision, very consistent going around each lap. So this is applicable to 200s, 400s, 800s, or even mile repeats or 2-mile repeats, really whatever you're doing on the track. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to use all the different markings that are on the track in order to calculate how fast we need to be on each of those markings. And so the track is 400 meters and it's divided into 4 different sections of 100 meter each. So it's very simple. 4 laps around the track is going to be 1600 meters, which is close enough to be a mile. Okay, it's not exactly that, but it's close enough. And so the idea here is we're going to divide our time, our mile time, by 16 different segments. Now this might sound a little complicated, but it really is not. So the way we're going to do this is we're just going to use a simple calculator, or if you have a training plan from your coach and he tells you or she tells you how many minutes per lap or how many minutes per 200s, per 400s, that's going to help us quite a bit. So I'll give you several examples of how you can calculate everything, and we'll go from there. So to get started with this example, we're going to use a 400 meter workout. And like I said before, maybe your coach told you how many minutes it needs to take to do that 400 meters. 400 meters again is 1 lap, and let's assume that we have to do this in 1 minute and 30 seconds, okay? So 1 minute and 30 seconds is going to be what? It's going to be 90 seconds total, right? And 90 seconds divided by 4 is going to be 45, 22 and a half, right? So 22 and a half seconds every quarter of a lap. Now 22 and a half seconds is not very easy. So why don't we do 22 seconds, 23 seconds, 22 seconds, and 23 seconds again, right? 2, 3, 2, 3. This is where the combination comes in. And what is the combination? Combination is what I just said. 2, 3, 2, 3. That's the only number that you have to remember. 22 seconds, 23 seconds, 22 seconds, 23 seconds. We don't need to remember the 20 part, okay? Because we're going to be running fast enough that we know it's going to be about 22 seconds. So 2, 3, 2, 3. So when we go across the starting line right here, and I'll show you in a second, this right here is our starting line, okay? So we're going to start right here. This is 0, and we're going to start our timer, right? So on our watch, when we get to that point right here, the 100 meter, what are we going to read on our watch? We're only going to read the very last number, the very last digit, and that digit is going to be 2, right? 22 seconds. This marking right here, we should be at 22 seconds, right? Now we know that the next digit in our head was 3, right? From our combination, 2, 3, 2, 3. And so 2 was the first one, plus 3 is 5. So by the time we get to the next marker, we should be at 5 seconds. We're going to get to this marking, and that's going to be 5 seconds. Doesn't matter what's in front of it. All that matters is the 5. And we keep on going again, and then the next thing is going to be a plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. 300 meters right here, and now we should have on our watch 7. That's the mark right there. We should read 7 on our watch, right? Again, the first digit doesn't really matter. Now the next tick mark is going to be 7 plus 3 from our combination, so 0. So the next digit on our watch is going to be a 0. If we're running very even splits, we're going to arrive right here with a 0, and boom, here goes 0. Okay, so that means that we did our lap in 90 seconds or 1 minute and 30 seconds, and we were right on pace. So now let's assume the coach told us that we need to do 800 meters. 800 meters in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, now it's going to get a bit more complicated here because now we have to do a little bit of math. So let's do this in our head. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. 3 minutes is 180 seconds, right? And plus 20 seconds, that's 200 seconds. And 200 seconds, we're going to divide it by 8, right? Because it's 800 meters, so 8 segments of 100 meters. So 200 seconds divided by 8 is going to give us 25 seconds. 25 seconds per 100 meters, okay? So we go again. Here's our, that's a round number, so that's going to be very simple. Here goes our combination. 5, 5, 5, 5, right? 25 seconds, 25 seconds, 25 and 25. So 5, 5, 5, 5. And so this means that right here at our start, we're going to be at 0. And then at 100 meters over there, we're going to be at 5, last digit. And then plus 5, that's going to be 0. Plus 5, that's going to be 5. Plus 5 here, it's going to be 0. And we're going to do this twice, okay? Now, why is this very important? This is extremely important because during race day, if you're not precise with your pace, if you're going for a goal, a specific goal of time, then this is going to mess you up. Because think about it, even 5 seconds per lap, which is a lot, 5 seconds per 400 meters, that's 20 seconds per mile. That's huge. 20 seconds per mile. Now think about 2 seconds per lap, okay? That's 8 seconds per mile. 8 seconds per mile. If you do a 10K, right, 6 miles, that's 48 seconds. You're almost a minute off of your time. So you really want to be precise with your timing and with your pace. And the way you practice this is by going to the track and practicing, you know, having a consistent pace around the track. And I finish most of my workouts within a second or two of each split, and that's really helped me get a lot faster, a lot more consistent. When I get to a race, then it pays off because, again, my splits are extremely consistent as long as I don't blow up, obviously. So thanks for watching. I hope this was a good tip, and I hope you get something out of this, and we'll talk to you guys later.